We have a couple of huge showdowns for tonight's News 8 Highlight Zone. It's the battle for the Arc of Victory, as well as a game that could very well determine this year's Coulee champion. Let's begin with News 8's Brian McClune over at UWL.
What's going on, Greg? Well, for the 92nd time, Logan and Central will meet on the gridiron to add another chapter to the longest rivalry in the area. This one dates back to 1928. Now, city bragging rights right now belongs to Central High School. They knocked off Logan 24-16 last year, ending the Rangers' 5-year reign with the Arc. This rivalry has actually been pretty even. Central only leads this all-time series by 2 games, and players on both sides said prior to this one, this game, besides the playoffs, for the Arc is the biggest of the season.
It means a whole lot. Last year when we won, it was the best feeling I ever had in my life. So I definitely want to leave a legacy and leaving here with that satisfaction.
It means a lot. I mean, the coaches, they emphasize it all the time in practice on how big of a game it is. We go out, we underestimate no one. We got to make sure we go out, play hard.
It means a lot to me, my family, and my football family. I won't get to play next year, ever again, so it's the last time you get to play for that Arc, and you want to have it home your senior year.
It means a lot for us and our community and the Northside pride, and we just want to give it all that we have and leave everything on the field, and hopefully, we are going to bring the Arc back home.
Now, a quick injury update on Central quarterback Johnny Davis. He didn't play last week versus Aquinas with an ankle injury. He will play tonight. And this one actually has a lot of importance in the MVC standings. Logan and Central both 1-1, a game behind Holman and on Alaska entering tonight. So a lot at stake in this one, Greg. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Over in Westby is News 8's Jordan Fremstad to tell us more about that monster matchup tonight in the Coulee. Hello, Jordan.
Good evening, Greg. Well, it's the start of Coulee Conference play tonight between GET and Westby. Now, it's kind of been a tale of 2 non-conference schedules for both of these teams. GET got off to a bit of a rough start, a 1-2 start that is. Westby, they started off 2-0 and then fell in that 83-point classic shootout a couple weeks ago against Prairie du Chien. GET bounced back against Prairie du Chien 2 weeks ago, 13-point comeback nonetheless, I should say last week. And I spoke to head coach Andy Holtz of the Westby Norsemen to find out exactly how this conference challenges his team.
Yeah, I think we're ready. We had a pretty good week of practice. We had a full week of practice actually for the first time in a couple weeks. So, the guys are excited, they're fired up, and it should be a good game.
What are some of the challenges that, conference play presents you guys?
Well, you only have 5 conference games here, so any loss is going to really set you back. And we know this is the game to win if we want to get our goal of winning a conference championship for sure. So, the guys know what is at stake for sure, and we're just going to give it our best shot, and whatever happens, happens.
You faced some adversity against PDC, tough loss there. What'd you kind of learn from that game?
We had a lead, and we kind of blew it, and they came back, and it was back and forth the whole game. I was just happy the guys fought the whole time, and we learned a little bit about our character. And we have some grit and we have some toughness, and I think we showed that last week versus River Valley too, and against Sparta earlier in the season. So we're going to need all the grit that we can get tonight.
Should be a classic matchup tonight. A lot at stake. The fans, they're starting to gather here at the field right now, and of course we'll have full highlights coming up tonight at 10. For now, reporting live in Westby, Jordan Fremstad, News 8 Sports. Greg, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Jordan. After tonight, we'll be over halfway through the WIAA regular season.